Okay, so please get yourself comfortable wherever you are in the world. Arranging, if you can, a seated position that supports your wakefulness. And also supports your body, so you're not sitting in a position that's applying a lot of pressure, undue pressure. So just get yourself comfortable and relaxed. And let's begin by being open. Of course, that's not something we can force. We can't force ourselves to be open, but we can recognize when we're not open, when we're contracted, when we're defended. So just notice that now. And simply have a global sense of yourself. Notice if there's any tightness in the body or any mental or emotional tightness. Any remnants of some unpleasant altercation or encounter you may have had. Or even a memory that's been haunting you. And those things can leave us contracted, defended, and tense, or having this feeling of separateness. And that's an unpleasant state to be in. So if that's your reality now, if that's what you're feeling, we simply notice that. And allow ourselves to let it go gently. And in that process of acknowledging, letting go, we come to our natural state. Our natural state is openness. And we can begin this meditation by just consciously generating the wish, the intention for all beings' happiness, that all beings may come out of suffering and delusion. And when we start to think about the welfare of others, rather than just our own, this starts to generate openness, doesn't it? We let go of the small, contracted self that's only thinking about their own needs, wants, happiness, and desires. And so we open to the suffering of others, wishing for their happiness. In the Buddhist practice, this is called generating bodhicitta, a heart full of love and compassion for all beings. Not just human beings, all beings. Or in the Theravadan school of Buddhism, is simply called the practice of metta, loving kindness, which is one of the 4 Brahma Viharas, or the 4 sublime abidings. So let's bring that mind of metta, that heart of bodhicitta, into this very moment, wishing that all beings may be well, may be free from suffering. And you may notice that when we just gently move our attitude towards that, how openness is just a natural response. And don't be concerned or worried if this practice brings up the opposite. It might make you feel more contracted. You might find you don't feel that much love or care or compassion for others. But this can happen. Depends on so many things that are happening for us. But don't get on a trip of self-blame or guilt. I don't have enough loving kindness. Just notice it. And if you can, have compassion for yourself. Forgiveness for yourself in this very moment of contraction. It's painful. It's suffering. So now just let go of everything. Let go of trying to do anything, of trying even to be compassionate. Just let go, relax, and come into this moment as it is, in its fullest, deepest reality that's known to us right now. But we're open. We're simply open to life as it's presenting itself. With each breath in and each breath out, open and aware. Not caught in imagining, in daydreaming. Not caught in desire or aversion. We simply notice those things as they arise, without judgment, without notions of right and wrong, good or bad, high or low, spiritual or not spiritual. No concepts whatsoever. Simply aliveness. A thought arises. We come back into that moment of complete and pure awareness. And it dissolves. Itself liberates. We don't need to dissolve it. A painful feeling arises. We come into complete awareness and acceptance of it. And it changes. It dissolves. a pleasant feeling. We're fully present with that, but aware of its changing nature. The sounds, the smells, whatever arises, complete openness, acceptance. It goes its own way. The way of nature, the way of Dharma, which is to arise and cease within this space that simply knows. Knowing, abiding in the knowing. Without any hope, any expectations. If your mind is still racing with thoughts or is distracted, believe it or not, between each thought there is a gap. There is a space. Can you notice that very gap between each thought? Even if it's only for a fraction of a second. Keep paying attention to the gap, and that will widen, that will increase. Turn your attention to the awareness itself, which is always there. But it's simply occluded by thoughts, memories, fears, desires, which are not yours, not you, not anyone's, simply conditioned processes. But every time we identify and reach out and cling and hold to any of the phenomena that arise within this body-mind, and take it as me, believe it to be me, we contract, close down, so we let go of any identifications, even the blissful ones. If we hold on to them as me or mine, my achievement, my experience, we're in the same domain as the ego. We let it all go. We let it all flow. And this willingness to relinquish everything is freedom. Nothing sticks. We simply abide. Continuously. In pure knowing, pure awareness. And it makes no difference what rises or ceases within this pure awareness. Because we're not looking for a blank state. We're not trying to control anything. Because this awareness remains unshakable, immovable, imperturbable. Nothing touches it. So you can recognize this empty, pure, impersonal cognizance. This awareness that knows, that is empty of all concepts, all notions of self or other. And whatever it sees, it knows it with wisdom. A wisdom beyond thoughts, a wisdom beyond concepts. And that is its very nature. It's not something you have to go away to get, or polish, or manufacture. It's our very birthright. So we come into that right now. When we practice correctly, with right view, we have access to that Buddha mind. The word Buddha simply means the one who knows, who is awake. It's not something esoteric or mysterious. It's here, right now, as we turn our attention fully to being awake and aware. We know without knowing anything or anything. But we know the nature of everything. And knowing the nature of everything means knowing that things arise and cease. That is the nature of everything in this phenomenal world. But as you continue to look deeper and deeper, you'll begin to notice that this thing that we label a thing, whether it be a thought, a sound, a feeling, a memory, or emotion, you notice that it doesn't truly exist as a thing. You can't actually pinpoint it. You can't actually pinpoint anything or hold anything. And when you do try, it's gone. Dissolved into the space of this awareness.